I hope you are having a beautiful day and welcome back to Sophia Live. Now, there are reports circulating on social media platforms saying that Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka is going to join President William Ruto, like he's going to join the Kenya Kwanza government. This is shocking. If indeed it is true, then I think Kalonzo Musyoka is going to make a big mistake. And there are also reports saying that for so long, this regime, Ruto, has tried for so long to convince Kalonzo Musyoka to join him. But will Kalonzo Musyoka just throw in the towel and decided that, after all, I am a politician, I must eat and join Ruto's government? I don't know, because these politicians are unpredictable. You cannot even rule this thing out. Look, you cannot rule these claims out, because these politicians have shown us that they are people with no stand. They go where their needs are catered for. They go where their interests are taken care of. So this claim was shared by a Twitter user by the name Captain Dominic Omondi. He tweeted, "We have received an intel that Kalonzo Musyoka is planning to join the Kenya Kwanza administration. The official statement will be announced this week." So this is the claim that is currently picking up and going viral on social media platform. So it seems like Ruto has realized that Raila Odinga is not enough. I need the Kamba vote. You see, Ruto is a man who still goes with that tribal politics, and is not going to drop that, because for so long he has benefited from tribal politics since Moi eras, and now even him ascending to power, it is through tribal politics that helped him a lot. So he has seen that with Luos it is not enough. Perhaps I need the Kamba vote, and the only man to give me these votes is none other than Kalonzo Musyoka. Is it going to happen? As I've told you, many politicians, these people wanakuanga to vigeugeu, is not people that you can trust and say that, hey, Kalonzo Musyoka is a principled man that is not going to take in this, that is going to refuse. You cannot rule that out. You cannot rule that out. These politicians, look at what Raila did. Look at what Raila Odinga did. A man who is known for so long to be fighting for rule of law, democracy, is here, is just a man, is a shadow of himself, is no longer the Raila that we knew. Look at how he is defending this government. He's not even talking about people are being killed in the street, and Raila, it takes long to even condemn that. So with these politicians, you should always expect anything from them. These are, Linjiru said that these are political cousins. They always care, or they always faces where their needs are taken care of. As long as you promise that your interest, we will take care of your interest, the politicians will go that way. So, but in my opinion, if Kalonzo Musyoka really will join this government, then it is done politically. I think it will be done politically, because I don't think that, I think people will label him a betrayer. You see, after they coming together with those pictures with Kina Fred Matiang'i, Martha Karua, Rigathi Gachagua, and promising us that this is the opposition, that they are going to stick together to ensure that the 2027 election is going to send this regime out, and him joining Ruto's government, then he will be labeled a bit. Wachana venye saizi Raila, when Raila shares something on social media and the comment section is flooded with insults and matusi and there. So I think Kalonzo Musyoka will have it rough. You see, the current regime is banking on tribal politics. That's why every other individual in this regime, any individual who is supporting this regime, is talking about Rigathi Gachagua is tribal, Rigathi Gachagua is tribal, Rigathi Gachagua this, but in real sense, when you look at the appointments, when you look at how things are being done, you can tell who is the real tribal in this country, who is somebody who is pushing for this tribalism and all that. So they want this tag tribal politics to remain, so that when it comes to 2027 they'll be like, oh, Kikuyus this, Luas this, Kambas, it should be, you see, they want that. But I think we have to give it to the Gen Z, because they are trying so hard. You see, fighting a political class is not an easy thing. Fighting a political class, fighting to take down a status quo is not something that it should be taken for granted. These young people are doing a lot. I don't know if one day Kenyans will understand that. These young people going to the street and trying to wash away these tribal politics, it is not something easy. It is a task that it is an uphill task. It is not something easy. That's why we should not take these protests for granted. Even those who are saying that, you see, the boomers and millennials are a generation, or are generations that are so used to tuache tu iendelee. No, we should just let it. Like, you see, they're not that courageous enough to face this. But these young people have really given all. These Gen Zs have given it all. So far, so good. Even if their aim was to get this regime down, even if they are not going to win on that, we must give it to them. It is not an easy thing. You are fighting billionaires who can use money. These people have stolen for a very long time. These are billionaires who are just waiting for 2027 to happen so that they can come back and kuleta hizo pesa kwa wananchi, and it's not an easy thing. That's why I'm saying that these people should just, like, we should in the future, I don't know if in the future or in the next years, we should have a day just to celebrate the young people of this nation. We should have a day to celebrate anybody who has gone to the street to fight for this country. This is somebody who must be celebrated, because it is not an easy thing. Fighting a political class, it is not an easy thing. We have people who have lost their lives. So far, over 70 young people were killed. Thousands of others were injured. Hundreds, so far, others just disappeared. It is not an easy thing. That's why we should not take any protest for granted. No protest that has ever happened that you can say it is a failure. It is not. A protest that is there to end tribalism and to end tribal politics, that is a big win. It is a big win. Last time they were saying that they are going to march to the State House. Of course, it didn't happen. But that is a big win, because politicians will always come together. And that's why we have even people who are having that, they are like, regarding Gachagua, are you sure that these people are not going to form a coalition in 2027? Because the political class are shaken. They are not believing that. You see, Raila Odinga was the other day stood and said that to do one term Marco and something like that, because Raila Odinga is a man who has for long time believed that he's the only man who can call for a protest, and it successfully happened. But now he's realizing, wow, we have thousands of Kenyans going to the street. This is a people's-led protest. A people's-led protest, not a politicians-led protest. And this is something that is shaking the political class. They don't believe that it is happening. It is 2025 and it is happening. They thought that they are going to Ruto-Kalonzo for so long, but these people have really risen up and say that enough is enough. That's why any protest that young people are going to the street. And you see, also dealing with a regime that doesn't want to be criticized also is not an easy thing. Anybody, you see, right now as we have that guy, I think it is Ndongo, the guy who created that the March to State House protest timetable. So far, we don't know where he is. The family is still looking. Wametembea kila mahali. The guy, we don't know where he is. You see, this is something that you are talking about. These other generations, you must give it to these Gen Zs. You must give it to them. It is not an easy thing. It is not an easy thing. Just calling people for protest and thousands shows up without being influenced by a politician, this is a big win for Kenyans. It shows that Kenyans have detached themselves from the politicians, because the political class, when it is about themselves, they come together. When it's about them wanting us is when they come to tell us, oh, we are going to do this, we are going to do. But when it comes about jobs, to about opportunities, it is about themselves. So I'll have to give it to anybody who has participated in any protest. You've done a wonderful job. It is not an easy thing. You should appreciate what this country has achieved so far, because we know where we were before 25th of June 2024 happened. We know what our country was like. There was like nobody can talk, like nobody can criticize this regime. It was like we were going to a point that silence was the only option. But the 25th of June 2024 happened, and everything is scattered. Their plans is scattered. The political class fell. So we must appreciate anybody out there who has participated in any protest. Take it, clap for yourself, because the protest that is happening in this country, it is not being done with a negative thought. It's just that Kenyans want to reclaim back their country, because we cannot. Kenyans were like, we cannot sit back. The media keeps telling us to do 4 billions, should you stolen, should you have more debt, should you have, and you sit and analyze what this money is doing, you see nothing. So Kenyans were like, we cannot sit back and watch politicians stealing everything. We cannot sit back and watch politicians they have offshore accounts with billions of shillings. Come on. So Kenyans were like, enough is enough, and that we can no longer take this. So for political class, it is so clear that they are shaken. It is so clear that they are trying to ensure that the Gen Z are not taking over, or the citizens of this country are not taking over the control of this country. This one, I know they will fight for it. They will fight for it. So for Kenyans out there, just know that bado kuna mlima, because these politicians will not sit back and watch you take the control of these nations, because they believe they should be the one controlling everything. And you trying to dismantle that is a pain to them. They will not sit back. So we have a lot that Kenyans will have to do to sacrifice to achieve that. But so far, so good. So for Kalonzo Musyoka, if he's going to join Ruto's government, then me personally, I will not be shocked, because politicians for so long, they have shown us that it is about themselves. It's not about the interest of Kenyans. So that is it from me for now. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live. That is it from me for now. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.